I love old buildings, and I'm lucky enough to be an architecture student living in the city of Delft. And every day, actually, when I walk in the city of Delft from my house, which is in the city center, I walk past these beautiful historical buildings that are just there. And I think for me, the most interesting historical building in the city of Delft is the Armamentarium. And why is that? Because, in my opinion, I think it's such an icon. It's such a unique building in the city center of Delft, because the scale of it is incomparable to anything of a building that is in Delft itself. It has huge monumental spaces inside, and it's actually situated almost on an island inside the city center, and the spaces are so big that it houses a lot of opportunity. It was built, as said before, as a former weaponry deposit 400 years ago, and as you can imagine, it needed to hold a lot of machinery, a lot of weapons, and therefore the construction had to be very sound, very solid. So 400 years ago it was built with huge, thick brick walls of 1 meter wide, and it had a very large wooden construction that had to hold up very large, wide, vast spaces in which everything was stored. And these spaces are still there. They're still here. This history stays with us until this day. And therefore, it creates a lot of opportunity of what you could do with such spaces when it is actually inside a city center. But there is again also the challenge, because these kinds of spaces, as you can imagine, they ask a lot of maintenance and a lot of money to maintain it in the glory that it is in now. So right now, it's being sold by the government. And as you can imagine, it might come in the hands of a project developer, and the citizens of Delft might never see it again. I think this is a shame, because it's such an icon, it's such a historical building, and in my opinion, everyone should be able to walk around in it and see the history and see everything that it stands for. So I have a vision of this building. And in my vision, I devised a very light, flexible, adaptable, and changeable building system that actually takes nothing away of the spaces as they are now, so the historical structure, but it does enable to use the building for new functions. Because, in my opinion, a building should take care of its own. So the functions that would be in there, they would need to be able to get enough money to keep the maintenance of the building intact. So this is the light structure that I devised. I have built a 1:100 model that is over there. And actually everyone in the intermission can come by and see how this system looks like. But most importantly, as I said before, the functions that will be in there, they need to make sure that enough money comes in to maintain the building. So for the ground floor, I actually devised all public functions. So there will be a health center, shops that go very well with this health center, a restaurant in the front, a lunchroom in the back, and at the first and second story there will be technical functions that go very well with the city of Delft. So there will be lecture halls for the TU Delft, there will be the science center, there will be startup companies, technical startup companies, and these two actually unite what makes the city of Delft so great. It is the technical, it is the inhabitants of the city of Delft, and for me this will create sort of a new hub inside the city. So if you'd like to discuss some more about my vision, I would like to invite you to come and talk to you after the lecture, and I hope you enjoyed my vision of the Armamentarium. Thank you.